ordered the immediate suspension of reconstruction work at the Eleme Onne section of the East-West Road in the state. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, was speaking with factors. Umahi said the order became imperative following the use of substandard materials by the contractor handling the project. The minister also expressed sadness over the slow pace of work even after the government had made an advance payment of 33 billion naira to ensure that no sharp practices would be tolerated. Umahi explained that the work had to stop pending when some irregularities in some projects would be resolved, saying with the pace of work by the contractors, the work could not be completed, even if given 5 years. The federal government will inaugurate the minimum wage committee tomorrow to recommend a new national minimum wage for the country. After President Bola Tinubu removed the fuel subsidy in May 2023, the federal government decided to provide 35,000 naira to each of its employees as a measure to alleviate the impact of the subsidy removal. However, organized labor maintained that the 35,000 naira was a provisional solution, emphasizing the need for a review of the minimum wage in 2024. Besides, the current 30,000 naira minimum wage would expire at the end of March 2024. The organized labor had, at different times in January 2024, expressed concerns over the federal government's failure to inaugurate the new national minimum wage committee. However, in a statement, the Director of Information Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Shegun Imosen, noted that the former head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Buka Aji, will lead the 37-member committee. Socio-economic rights and accountability project has urged the 36 state governors in the country and the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Mr. Iye, to disclose details of federal allocations meant for local governments, their states, and the FCT, and the actual disbursement of the local governments since the return of democracy in 1999. Serap also urged them to promptly invite Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, and Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to investigate the actual disbursement and spending of federal allocations meant for local governments in their various states and the FCT since May 1999. In the Freedom of Information request signed by Serap Deputy Director Kolawole Uluwadare, the organizations and Nigerians have the right to know the details of actual disbursement and spending of federal allocations in each state and the FCT. According to Serap, opacity in the amounts of federal allocations actually disbursed to local governments has continued to have negative impacts on the fundamental interests of the citizens and the public interest. The Controller General of Nigeria Customs Service, NCS, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, has read the Royal Act to fraudulent importers and dubious clearing agents operating at the nation's ports. He said the era of fraudulent activities has ended as the agency's officers are well equipped to deal with them. Adeniyi gave the warning at the weekend during the International World Customs Day organized by the NCS in Ikeja, Lagos. According to Adeniyi, the agency is committed to fostering a substantially improved relationship with stakeholders who adhere to the rules. Gunmen suspected to be herdsmen have again unleashed terror in some communities in Agatu local government area of Benue State, killing 8 people. Residents of the affected communities, such as Okumobo, Ikwele, and Ejima, were reported to have fled their villages. Agatu communities have consistently witnessed armed aerial attacks in the past 2 weeks, with troops and civilians killed. In the first attack, 5 people, including 3 troops, were ambushed and killed. First Commander of Operation Wellstruck, OPWS, Major General Sunday Igbenowahia, who later confirmed the killing of 3 troops of journalists. 2 journalists in Makurdi said the troops engaged the armed herders in a gunfight that lasted for 3 hours and successfully repelled the armed herders who might have lost many people in their fort. Barely 5 days after, the former Commissioner for Information, Culture and Tourism, Mike Inalebo, who hails from the local government, confirmed another attack leading to the death of 2 people. The military regimes in Burkina Faso, Mali, and the Niger Republic have announced their immediate withdrawal from the Economic Community of West African States. The leaders of the 3 Sahel nations issued a statement saying it was a sovereign decision to leave the ECOWAS without delay. Struggling with jihadist violence and poverty, the regimes have had tense ties with ECOWAS since coup took place in Niger last July, Burkina Faso in 2022, and Mali in 2020. All 3 suspended from ECOWAS, with Niger and Mali facing heavy sanctions. They have hardened their positions in months and joined forces in an alliance of Sahel states. The Prime Minister appointed by Niger's military regime on Thursday blasted ECOWAS for bad faith after the bloc largely shunned a planned meeting in Niamey. Meanwhile, the Economic Community of West African States has said that it was ready for a negotiated solution after Faso, Mali, and Nigeria announced they are quitting the group. In a statement, ECOWAS stated that the 3 countries are important members of the community and the bloc remains committed to finding a negotiation solution to the political impasse, adding that it had yet to receive any direct formal notification from the countries about their withdrawal. Recall, the military regimes in the 3 countries announced their immediate withdrawal from ECOWAS. The leaders of the 3 Sahel nations on Sunday issued a statement saying it was a sovereign decision to leave the ECOWAS without delay. Struggling with jihadist violence and poverty, the regimes have had tense ties with ECOWAS. Coups took place in Niger last July, Burkina Faso in 2022, and Mali in 2020. And that's developing Paris. Many thanks for watching. Good morning.